Hey guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. I'm just saying though, I'm just saying though. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Today I wanted to talk about substances as a weapon of abuse. Again, some of y'all might not know what I'm speaking of. When I speak of my stories, they're from me, things that happened to me in my life, and I'm wanting to inform other women and men of what could possibly be going wrong, and you need to get out and before it's too late. I always thought that my ex, if he would just stop drinking, that he would be a better person. He would be, the relationship would be great. And if he would just stop drinking, if he would just stop whatever bad thing he was doing, but mostly it was drinking. I'm mostly focused on his drinking. And because that was what seemed like the most important thing to me, because when we started dating, it was fine because he was constantly working. And when he had his one day off, he'd be like, I just need to wind down. I'm working so much. And I'm like, you finally got a job and this is okay. But what would happen is when he would drink, at least in my mind, he would be extremely mean, extremely mean. And all I could think to was the problem was that it was his drinking, because I noticed that, and that's what I pointed out to myself. You always seem to be so mean when you're drinking. You guys, that's where the problem is at. Once a person realizes what you think causes the problem in them, they can always use that. A prime example, if you always call a person crazy, when they do something that's out the box, they say, well, you already said I was crazy. That justifies whatever they have done, because they think that you think that they're crazy because you said it. And I told my ex several times, I say, you're so mean when you're drinking. I didn't think about how he was when he wasn't drinking. And he was just as bad. But because he was so much worse when he was drinking, that it made me just attribute it to his drinking. Like, he's only mean when he drinks. But no, the day after he would go on a binger, I didn't even want to be in the room with him, because he was sick, throwing up all over the place. And if I said anything to him, he was cursing at me and acting a complete fool. And then the next day he'll just come and apologize after he's called me every name under the sun except my God-given name. He would be mean, he would be threatening, extremely menacing, and he would use his drinking as an excuse. And I realized, now that was an excuse, because I told him, you're meaner when you drink. But no, honestly, he was mean even when he didn't drink. Drinking was the excuse that I gave him, and he used it. I hope I'm making sense, because once you label something of someone, they will always use that as a fallback. If you say you're mean when you drink, then they expect when they drink, well, she already know I'm be mean. So I can be mean, and I can say, well, the drinking made me do it. The devil made me do it. And it's a study, and I wish I knew it before I started this video, where they had a bunch of people that they gave non-alcoholic beer to, a whole keg. And because the children thought, not children, 21 years or whatever, they all thought that they were drinking alcoholic beer. They started acting accordingly. If one of them would dance on tables when they got their head bad, that's exactly what they did. They drank a whole keg of beer, non-alcoholic beer. And they were causing a rave, like a complete rage. It was crazy. And then later on, the people that bought the alcohol said, this was the non-alcoholic beer. And none of them knew how to act. They were like, what? This, but why do I feel like I'm drunk. And it's all it's the perception. They are supposed to be a particular way when they drink, so they act according to the way that they have been told that they drink. My ex was mean because he could be mean and because it worked. When I fussed at him, when we argued about him not coming home because he was drunk, he said, well, you told me you don't want me on the road drinking and driving. That's an excuse. Of course, it's my fault. You told me not to come in when I was drinking and driving, if I was drunk. You told me don't come around when I'm drunk because I'm mean. So, of course, he flipped the problem back on me. And no, I did not want to be around him because he was mean. But toxic people, abusers, they use any means necessary to get what they want. And if they just want to be mean, they can always hide behind, I didn't know what I was doing because I was drunk. But according to this book that I've been reading, Why Does He Do That? And it's Inside the Minds of Angry and Controlling Men by Lundy Bancroft. I learned so much stuff. I wish I would have had this book earlier on. I wouldn't have never made it as long as I did in the relationship that I had been in. You guys, I want to tell you more about this book, but this particular topic happened to be substances as weapons of abuse. And that's what a lot of people that drink alcohol, they use it as an excuse. And my whole point of this particular video today is to have you guys open your eyes and see that find out what they're using as an excuse to act the way they're acting. Because most people act the way they act regardless of if they drink, or if you perceive them to be a particular way, they're going to act the way they think they're supposed to act. If they're supposed to be drunk and they're mean, that's what they're going to do. Because that's what they believe that you believe. But they know deep down how they really are. It's an excuse. For him, it was an excuse to be mean. Guys, that's all I wanted to talk about today. I know I might be a little long-winded. I know some of you guys have went through this. If you have, don't forget to hit me back and we'll talk about this. Thanks for watching my videos. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And again, guys, thanks so much for watching my videos, and give it a thumbs up. Thanks you. I'm out.